I don't know. It's crazy. These games sometimes are so funny when they glitch and bug out and stuff. She's not with me anyway, so.
Well, what a pleasant surprise. When I heard you and Hadrian were headed for Londinian of all places, I presumed you must be onto something big. Did you find what you were looking for?
Let's see what he has to
I
say.
haven't been to Londinian in many years. Why? Is there some way I could be of assistance? Were you able to recover what you were looking for?
Yeah, we did a whole lot
Good
more.
news then. So, what exactly are you doing here? Plenty still to be done in defeating the Terramorphs, no?
We found the recording of you discussing the use of. Yeah, let's see what he says about
Did
that.
you? Well, I don't know what you think you heard on this recording, but I sincerely hope you didn't come to the wrong conclusions. After all, given the Cabinet's current state of anxiety, they might misinterpret such a discovery to mean I could have been involved with the attacks. Perhaps I can convince you to keep this among us.
Well, I mean, it does look like it does implicate him. Uh, let me do that. Let's see what he says to that one.
You know you're far more clever than I expected. You want to hear the words, then? I did it. The Terramorph attacks on Tau Ceti, New Atlantis, my doing. Years of coordination between my associate and I, figuring out how to deploy the Lazarus plant's pollen outside of Londinian, learning to synthesize it, use it as a weapon. Now, being as clever as you are, I'm sure you have thoughts on why I might do such a thing.
So, who have you been working with?
All in due time. First, I want to see if you're truly as astute as you appear. So why would someone like me go through all this trouble?
No better way to show the UC. Let me try that one.
Hmm, not a bad thought. But no, the attacks were a correction. When I discovered the plant, I did consider handing over what I'd found. But we were at war, and I couldn't risk information that dangerous falling into the wrong hands. So I ordered the bombing of the Londinian spaceport, fixing two problems at once. Halting the spread of the city's Terramorph outbreak, and sealing away knowledge of the plant's potential.
Yeah, please. No secret is so dangerous that you can't justify condemning so many lives.
Easy to say now, but at the time, I didn't know the Lazarus plant couldn't be plucked from the ground and used to cause even more death. I wasn't going to allow another dangerous variable to be added to an already catastrophic war. But then, as the war ended, my trial, any effort by the UC to protect my legacy? My daughter's legacy? No. We were sacrificed when all we did was serve. So I kept what I'd learned and arranged the attacks to set things right again. My daughter, she becomes a hero. I become a trusted advisor, having found Kaiser, the research team, and cement my new position of influence when I hand them the name of the person responsible for the attack on New Atlantis. The dear departed Dr. Reginald Orlays, the associate who aided me all these years, and whom I always slated to take the fall.
Mm.
What luck he was stopped dead before he could hurt anyone else. His decades on the run brought to an end by another unlikely hero. You.
So on your cleanup clue, you must think you're very clever.
Captain, please. You've benefited here as much as I have. Maybe more. It's why I had Orlays reprogram Kaiser. Had that old machine guide you to where I found the plant all those years ago. I went to great lengths to ensure your and Hadrian's success. And look at the results. I know for a fact the Cabinet's planning to honor both you and Hadrian once this is all done. Isn't that preferable to languishing away in obscurity? Running jobs on the tail end of nowhere for the Vanguard? With only the vague hopes of perhaps earning the right to buy a home in the well someday.
If you're waiting for me to say thank you, we're going to be here a while.
I'm simply looking for you to acknowledge the truth. And let's not forget the importance of our actual endgame. Eliminating the terramorphs. Securing knowledge of the Lazarus plant. What we've set in motion is going to protect thousands, maybe millions of lives. I'm simply requesting one more life be protected. Mine. I've already sent along the evidence of Orlays' role in the attacks to the Cabinet, leaving out my own involvement.
Yeah, I don't know. I may have to turn this guy in.
Is that you confirm as much to the Cabinet. Tell them that it was Orlays and Orlays alone. After all, I do still have a long list of threats to the UC. This needn't be the end of our good works together.
Huh. Mm. I hope you enjoyed this talk because once I tell the cabinet, it'll probably be your last.
That is a pity, Captain. But I'm in no position to negotiate. Though we needn't be enemies, you and I. Just think about the opportunity I've provided here. There are more on the horizon. If you do the right thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the right thing is probably going to be to turn him in. I should have said something back when we first found out. And then who is working? Who is this guy right here? Isn't that Yumi guy that keeps looking for me? I don't know. And somebody's working with him inside the UC because they knew about him. And they asked me to keep it quiet. That lady did. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna spill the beans.
Perfect timing. We just got in. So on our end, good news. The microbe and the Asylees are both as effective against heat leeches as they are against terramorphs.
Means either plan should work for clearing those critters off our worlds.
Considering what the Lazarus plant is capable of, I don't think we can deal with those things fast enough. I already sent along info to the cabinet to get them up to speed. So what about your end? Did you find anything? Any leads on who might have committed the attacks?
It was Val Victus. I managed to get him to confess.
That seems unlikely, considering he's been dust for about 20 years.
I'm sure the captain just misspoke. Right?
No, he's alive. The UC has him this whole time. He orchestrated the attack from his cell.
No, that's impossible. He's gone. My father is dead.
That's why I'm not lying to you. He's alive and he's responsible for the attacks.
Good God, you're not kidding.
Alive. Faye Victus is alive? How did you find him?
He actually contacted me. He's the reason we found Kaiser.
Wait. You knew he was alive and didn't tell us?
Yeah. I couldn't. I'd sworn to secrecy, but this felt too important.
You were sworn to... You swore. You were just doing your duty, weren't you? Yeah, I guess I, of all people, should know what a burden that can be. Doesn't mean I'm not mad, but I guess you letting us know late is preferable to never.
Yeah,
Now,
I
at least
could have
we can
just lied
inform the
about it all
cabinet
and
let
went along
them
with his
deal with
crap.
him.
Valve, he asked we leave out his involvement in the attack, says to consider the lives he helped save.
I'm sure he did. But he killed dozens of people. And I'm not about to let him get away with something like that.
See, I felt the same
But
way.
now I guess we've got our answer. Nothing left to do but put it all in front of the cabinet.
That's right.
Any
Let's
last
just...
things we needed to discuss?
No,
This
I'm sure
might
you're
be
probably...
our last opportunity
Yep.
to talk things through before the cabinet weighs in on a decision regarding the terramorphs.
Well, let's see what options I got. Which method are you two leaning towards? So both approaches to clearing our world are effective against the heat leeches. What kind of risk are there and decide to bring back? What do you think the cabinet will do when they learn about involvement in the attack?
It's hard to know. Unlike my father, the cabinet aren't butchers. But killing UC citizens, along with everything else he's done, is unforgivable.
Yeah, but here's the problem, though.
But if you're really
Somebody
that
in this
concerned,
cabinet knew
you
that he
could
was still
request
alive.
they'll be lenient. They might be willing to spare him.
Which method of dealing with the terramorphs are you two leaning towards?
Microbe is going to make the cleanup a whole lot quicker. If we're concerned about this Lazarus plant getting deployed again, that's the way to go.
The cabinet can secure the Lazarus plant, and then we're not risking any surprises when it comes to dealing with a microbe.
You're being paranoid. You know the science. You know we can make this safe.
I do know the science. I also know math, and a 1 in a million chance of a mutation isn't 0. So I guess we're still in discussion. Probably best at this point to let the cabinet weigh in, see if they have a preference.
So what kind of risk if we let the other guys take?
Asylees aren't hostile to humans, but they are megafauna. If someone decides to pick a fight with one, it could get ugly. But they've already been spread far and wide once before when the UC was raising them as livestock, so the risk of introducing them to new worlds is minimal. Using them to clean up the terramorphs and leeches, though, it's not going to be nearly as expedient as the microbe would be. Given what we know now about the Lazarus plant, the speed of the job does matter. But going with the Asylees, we're at least dealing with known risks.
Nothing else on my end. Let's head in there.
And here we go.
Welcome back, all of you. I wish we were meeting under better circumstances. But according to Hadrian's report, and the second one I just received, it seems the Terramorph attack on New Atlantis was no random occurrence, but a planned strike. Is what I'm reading here true?
Yeah, it was a deliberate attack.
My God.
An attack? Using terramorphs? How is that possible?
You will all receive a full briefing once we're done here. So then, is what the second report claims correct? Did Reginald Orlays commit these attacks, Captain?
Orlays?
Yeah, he helped the Val Victus organize it. I guess. Now, he may not. He may not had anything to do with it.
It's true, ma'am. I heard the recording myself. My father figured out how to use terramorphs as weapons.
He did what?
That's impossible. He doesn't have the kind of access to...
Clearly, he made his own access, Chief Sarkin. Madam President, I have been saying for years that not dealing with that man was gonna end in tragedy.
See, they all knew about it.
Enough! I hope everyone here understands that what has just been shared is a state secret of the highest order. This information does not leave this room.
So in my mind, they just as guilty as Val Victus because they were all part of this.
Has not left containment for the better part of 2 decades. You have evidence to back this up?
Let's play the emergency recording snippet.
It just transformed a terramorph out of thin air. An invisible weapon. No planet would be safe.
Heavens help us. Is that actually him?
I'd know that voice anywhere. That's Francois.
He knew they could do this. And said nothing.
He's a sociopath. Plain and simple, ma'am.
Officer, please collect that recording.
Yes, ma'am. Begging your pardon, Captain.
We'll, of course, be launching a full investigation into how this could have happened.
Yeah, right.
Though I have little doubt the Admiral will be quick to share all he knows on the subject once confronted with that recording. Chief Yassine, can you send one of your interrogators to have a little chat with the Admiral?
I'll issue the order immediately.
Good. Combined with everything else you all have uncovered. Well, I don't think the United Colonies can thank you enough. We failed the people of the colonies by not dealing with Vae Victus sooner. I intend to rectify that mistake immediately.
Whatever the cabinet thinks is the right course of action.
It's well past due. Now, with our villain unmasked, we can attend to the other matters at hand. With the threads you've brought together here, the Lazarus plant, the attacks, the heat leeches, the 3 of you have likely spared thousands of lives. But it now falls to the cabinet to ensure this can never happen again. As such, the cabinet will be securing the Lazarus plant on Londinian. All materials related to the plant will be classified to ensure no one else learns its true nature.
A sound decision, Madam President.
Yeah, that shows a lot of power in just one group's hands, though. Really. Let's see if the other what she says to this one about the other factions being involved.
Tell the Freestar Collective. Wow. So they have another tool to utilize against us?
I'm in agreement. I fail to see the value here.
It demonstrates the collective that UC isn't planning to simply use this down the line. See, that's what I'm worried about.
That is an interesting idea. A grand gesture to further display this cabinet doesn't think like those of the past.
The observers on Mars have proven such a gesture can bear fruit.
So, you want us to make nice with the Collective by sharing our state secrets?
No, I want us to display plainly the UC's actual intentions, that the plant will never be used as a weapon again.
That does sound worthwhile, Chief Kulkarni. Very well. We'll get the Collective involved in the management. Thank you for the suggestion, Captain. So then, to our final topic. The Cabinet has agreed to implement a plan that will deal with the Terramorph, and now also Heat Leech presence on human worlds. In fact, we've already begun enacting measures to check all UC ports and settlements for undiscovered nests. But we all understand this is only a partial solution. The project we're embarking on will be a long and difficult one. So our first step must be deciding how exactly this all will be handled.
Madam President, this microbe is clearly too much of a risk. The Aseles are the safer approach.
To someone with limited knowledge of biology, perhaps? The technology behind the microbe is solved science, Madam President. It isn't dangerous. Using it to wipe out the Terramorphs would be the quickest path to protecting humanity.
And fast results always lead to the best outcomes, don't they?
As you can see, there remains debate among the Cabinet. We were hoping your group might issue a recommendation. Major?
Well, we kind of split.
We've been having similar debates ourselves, but the captain has yet to weigh in.
I see. Captain, I know this may not be your area of expertise, but we'd like to know your take on the matter.
I think deploying the Aseles is the safest route. I just, yeah, let's do that one.
I'm in full agreement. No need to be delving into unpredictable sciences.
And Major Sanan? Dr. Walker, you'd find this acceptable?
We trust the captain's judgment.
Then the matter is settled. We'll begin the process immediately. Today marks day one for the United Colonies Terramorph Management Division, making you three the founding members of the TMD. As befits such a group, the Cabinet wanted to display its gratitude. Today, we will be adding 3 new Class 1 citizens to our ranks.
Class 1? For the 3 of us? Are you joking?
What he means to say is, thank you, ma'am.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
What's a Class 1 citizen?
It's a status reserved only for those who've dedicated their lives to the United Colonies, or done great things for its cause. Class 1s enjoy an ample credit disbursement, an additional reduction on the cost of colonial goods. And I'm told the penthouse is rather impressive.
Okay. Well, thank you, Madam President.
You all have earned it.
I want
Now,
my penthouse.
There's much to be done. Major Sanan, Dr. Walker, I hope you two are willing to continue your efforts, spearheading the TMD's research on Mars.
We'd be honored, ma'am.
As for you, Captain, the Vanguard will be providing much of the on-the-ground support for the TMD. As a member of both the Vanguard and the TMD, I believe you'll have your pick of duties. Speak to your commander, Tuala, if I recall correctly. He should be able to provide you with assignments going forward, plus help you collect the benefits that come with being named Class 1. On behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our sincerest gratitude. This meeting is adjourned.
Oh, I'm level 51.
Well, well, I've got to say, this is a first. I've never had a Class 1 citizen in my ranks before. Congratulations, Captain.
Thank you, it's an honor.
No need to thank me. You brought this on yourself. I've already gone ahead and processed your Class 1 benefits. All UC goods and services should now have a thanks for protecting the colonies discount. And the credits should be in your accounts now. But to get into your penthouse, you'll have to pay a visit to the Aphelion Realty office. They should be able to grant you access.
Okay.
Higher-ups wanted to make sure you know how much they appreciate what you've done. But with all that squared, it's time to get you a new assignment. There are your standard Vanguard missions, putting those pilot skills to use defending UC space. Or you could help the TMD in cleaning up terramorphs. Oh, and I got a request from Dr. Walker. Wanted your help collecting biological samples to keep an eye out for any, new alien threats on the horizon. Any of those missions call to you?
Now, which is that Percival? I like to run. Only ever really done this one. I'm ready to take on some terramorphs. Actually, I had to start by helping out person. They got that. They left out a word there. New alien threats. I've done my duty, Commander. I think I'm going to take some time off from aliens. I'm kind of curious to see what this one is here. Actually, I'll see what new aliens.
You'll have all the specifics. If you find yourself looking for more work, you know where to find me.
Something to report?
Ah, here it is. This is it. Okay.
It's a buyer's market right now. Good time to make a move. Well, well, if it isn't the United Colony's newest Class 1 citizen, you've made quite a name for yourself in New Atlantis. In fact, the higher-ups want to thank you for your dedicated service by giving you one of the nicest pieces of real estate in the city. It's a premium penthouse at the top of Mercury Tower. Best location in New Atlantis, in my professional opinion.
What do you say? It'll just take a second to get you registered as the owner.
I'm interested.
Great. You're in for a real treat. It's one of my favorite apartments in the city. Okay, you're all set. Your new home's located in Mercury Tower in the residential district. You'll love the place. It has a gorgeous floor plan and an unbeatable view of the city. Now that you're an owner, I'm sure I'll be seeing you around town.
Visit your new penthouse. Set as mission. Yeah, let's do that. Visit the new penthouse. Okay. Let's go see it. It won't be decorated, but I can work on it. Now that I know a little bit more about how to do the decoration and stuff for that. But this is a reward I got, right? Yeah. Mercury Tower's penthouse. Check it out. I got my own elevators. Alright, check this out. Let's start this way. Alright, so this is like a small little room here. You can make this into all kinds of this is a big area here. This like must be the kitchen. Sink, yeah, this is a kitchen. Fridge top, fridge bottom. It's got a stove. What's this go to? Oh, this goes out on the balcony. Check it out. Huh. Wow. Pretty neat. That's a pretty good view, isn't it? Am I close to the spaceport? Huh. Alright. See what else is going on here. What's this room? Oh, this is the bathroom. Okay. What about this room? This is probably the master bedroom. With the master bath. Oh, check this out. Yeah. Yeah, alright. I'm styling, profiling. MTV Cribs. You ain't gotta go home, but you gotta get out of here. What is this? Ooh, this is another room. This would be like a guest room. Yeah. Nice. What's this room? Oh, it's a laundry room. You do your laundry. Alright, so this is the master bedroom. And then this is the, I guess, the guest bathroom. And then you could make this into a, you can make this into a guest bedroom here. Yeah. And then this is a big living room. You could get you a big screen TV and put up there somewhere. That's pretty neat, huh? Okay.
Assignment, but you all are here because you can handle it. So any questions, concerns, anything at all giving you pause, you come see Dr.
Okay, hello.
Where's old Goober at? Oh, here he is.
Why, hello, fellow Class 1 citizen. That's never gonna get old. Now, was there something you needed?
Heard you had some work for me.
You heard right. These terramorph attacks, they caught the UC off guard. UC Brass doesn't like that. So, they want us patrolling the front lines of xenological life, ensure we've got intel on any possible new alien threats. Which means, we need someone to track down said aliens, and harvest samples from them. And not just any sample from these animals is gonna do, either. We're trying to build a comprehensive picture here, which requires specific cells from specific family lines of some oftentimes unfriendly creatures. But since dealing with unfriendly creatures falls square in your wheelhouse, well, I figured we might be able to recruit you for the task.
What sort of creatures are we talking
Pretty much every beast, behemoth, critter, and chimera humanity's run across is on the list. But we can send in-house researchers after the little guys. Your job will be primarily dealing with the, more troublesome species.
Harvest, am I going to have to kill these creatures?
This isn't the same sort of harvesting you and Hadrian were doing with the Terramorphs. A little will go a long way here, If you can get close enough to these creatures to harvest from them directly, you should be able to collect what we need without killing them. I checked with Lieutenant Walter before heading out. A good EM weapon could serve you well on these missions. Though, if heavens forbid, there's no viable option other than putting the things down. We're only talking a select few specimens here. These populations will recover.
You can count on me.
Glad to hear it. There is just one additional wrinkle.
Uh-oh, always
UC
is.
spec this as a one-person job, but I convinced them this sort of task merits expert backup. So, if you're interested, they've agreed to let you take Hadrian with you. You'll have to convince her, of course, but I don't think she'll fight you too badly.
Alright.
I expect she wouldn't mind too badly being out there herself, so pay her a visit before you head out. Now, let's get you the details of your first quarry. Here you go. Head there, find your specimens, and bring those samples back here. I'll have a tech waiting outside to collect them from you. And remember, proximity should be all you need to get your samples. Get close, harvest, and get out before they spot you. Snatch those up and come home safe.
Too bad I can't take Kaiser with me. Well, who am I supposed to see now? This guy over here. Oh, her.
Captain, looks like we missed each other back at Mast. Listen, I just wanted to say, I could have never guessed where all this was going to lead. But now, knowing what I do, that my father truly is the monster I always thought he was. Well, I've just spent a lot of my life in pursuit of the truth. So, you bringing it straight to me, it just means a lot.
We're friends. Friends look after each
The
other.
best ones certainly do. You know, I was thinking, while we were up on that podium, if I wanted to try and see him again. But I knew the answer before I even finished the thought. I didn't. Because confronting him, what would I have gained from that? From letting him remind me I can never truly be rid of him? Nothing. Now, all I'd be doing is acknowledging that he still has some sway over my life. And while I can't do anything about his role in my past, I'm not about to let him control my future. And thanks to what we've done together, that future is brighter than it has been in a long time. Words can't do justice to how grateful I am for that.
Just glad I was able to help.
Well, I think it's safe to say you succeeded beyond anyone's wildest dreams. It's been an honor, Captain. Good luck out there.
Well, wait now. She was supposed to come. I ain't finished talking to you. Come back.
Hey, you need something?
Yeah, you're supposed to come with me. I'd like to talk to you about something.
Okay, I'm listening. What's going on?
It's about I could use some backup.
Backup? What does that have to do with me?
I was hoping you'd come with me. I think we make a good team.
Come with you? You can't be serious. There's no way Percival would okay that. I have important work to do here with the TMD.
Percival already okayed it. He thought we'd work well together, and so do I.
I mean, I do too, but leaving the TMD? That's a big decision.
This could be the start of a bright future you wanted.
I guess you're right. I always imagined that future would be here at the TMD, but, well, maybe a change of scenery wouldn't be so bad. Besides, Percival will never let me forget it if I turn down field work in favor of a desk job. If you really need backup out there, I'll watch your six.
I'm glad you're coming along. I think we'll do a lot of good together.
Yeah, I think so too.
And maybe
Thank
you won't be as
for the
critical
offer.
as that damn
Really.
Sarah.
It was unexpected, but I think this will be for the best. Both for me and for the settled systems.
Black Pearl, Morrow, so, right? Change major assignment to the Black Pearl. Yeah, assign. E. Back. Okay. Tab. Where is her? Right here. Oh, okay. E. 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 It's not letting me. It's not letting me do it. Ship. You have reached the maximum number of crew assignment with your. Oh. So I gotta let somebody go. Sam. Let me unassign him then. R. R. No, it still won't do it. Huh. It won't let me change her. You have reached the maximum number of crew assignments with your current ship command level. Okay. Let's see. R. R. Why does it keep flipping back to the different things though? I don't understand. I can't understand. I don't know. This stupid game. Why would it let me recruit her?
I'll head out soon. I just need to talk to Percival before I go.
Okay.
He's gonna get an earful for arranging this without talking to me about it first.
Whatever.
See you, Captain.
Okay. Whatever. I don't know if it worked or not.
Yes?
I don't even know how to get out of this place.